Hey guys, welcome to episode 18 here on This Is Just the Beginning. I can't actually believe that there's been 18 episodes now. I've been recording since March, I believe, but I don't know, I guess the last few months have been very busy for me, so I haven't had much time to record many podcasts this summer, which is kind of what I want to get into again this episode. I know that I've talked a lot about kind of things I've learned this summer. But recently, I've definitely delved into the topic a lot more with my own journaling and my own, I guess, self discovery in a way. I think I've learned some more deeper stuff, which I kind of want to get into this episode. But yeah, I hope you guys are good. And no matter where you're listening to this episode, whether it's before bed, in the morning, on a nice walk, or if you're working, whatever it is, I hope you're good and I hope you are doing well. And here's a reminder that perhaps if you're not feeling the best today, that's okay. You're already doing the best you can. For example, you've got out of bed. Even if you haven't got out of bed yet, I'm sure you will like soon. So just remember that. I think this was a point I'm going to get into anyway, but to start this episode off strong, celebrate your little tiny achievements in the day. Just getting out of bed is an achievement. Okay? Even if you feel shit, just remember that. Remember that every little thing you do in the day is something that you've done, even if you feel like you've accomplished nothing. Maybe you have had a whole day in bed. That's okay. At least you've got up. That's a start. Always remember that. Before I get into the episode, I kind of want to just do like a little segment about kind of just a recap of how I've been feeling recently. Just to let you know, I'm officially, I think I said this in the last episode, but I have officially now moved back into university. Today is Tuesday, it's Freshers Week. I haven't actually done anything for Freshers Week yet. We were going to go out last night, the flat, but a few people were out watching football and I just really wanted a quiet night in. Last night was the first night in a while without like drinking or doing anything because I've been so busy in September. I've just been busy this whole summer, so it was nice to have a slower day yesterday. And it's been a really nice morning now. It's 11:30 and yeah, I've got some things done. I've planned this podcast episode and I've had quite a productive morning even if like I haven't done a lot. I just feel like I've been very productive. Done a lot of self-care things, which is definitely what I've been needing because I've just not had time to get back in touch with myself, which is something that I will touch on in a bit about the importance of that and recognizing when you like need to have time alone, even if you don't quite feel like you need it yet. Remember that it's so important before you do slip down that path of really neglecting yourself again, because we know that's not fun. Here in the podcast, it's all about in this community of self growth, prioritizing yourself, even if you're in a relationship or you feel like you have no time to do that, you always have time to journal or do something tiny for yourself in a day, every day. My word of the week this week is balance. This is a really big topic and I do go on about it a lot, but I think this summer in particular, or not even this summer, like the last few weeks, I really, really have discovered what a true balance is in life. And before I was kind of following the 80-20 rule, which is, I guess it's like weekdays and weekend, the difference between them. So 5 days of the week, you're being productive, you're working, you're getting your workouts in, or you're like self care and you're really going for it. You're getting your goals done, you're getting things done. You're eating healthy, eating clean, going to bed early, podcasts, whatever. And then on the weekend, you go out, meet up with friends, drink, party, have hangover days, that kind of thing. And as much as I agree with that, because perhaps a lot of you on here have 9 to 5 jobs and that is the routine you probably do follow because the only time you can really see friends and go out is the weekend. And that is fine if that is your like way of living and that is like it has to be your routine if you work, for example, or you go to school. If you go to university or you're having a gap year, or whatever you are right now, that rule I think is a bit strict. The whole point of my life right now is to not have any restrictions, because as soon as there's like a little restriction in my life, that can send me plummeting really, really quickly. So I guess I'm just taking it each day at a time, and yeah, really not focusing on restricting myself in any way. So, for example, if I don't feel like working out, I won't. Or I guess maybe this is still part of my old brain, but if I don't want to do a sweaty workout, I really don't want to work out, but I know that I've literally done nothing for the past 3 days, I might just do a little Pilates workout, or literally just 10 minutes, because I know that movement is important, but I'm not going to kill myself over it like I used to. I would always work out every single day, more than once a day, mostly, even if I felt like shit or if I was really hurting. And just to see that progress now is outstanding for me. Even if some days I do kind of restrict in a way and force myself to do that Pilates workout, even when I know that I'm hurting and I don't want to work out, it's still progress in a way. And I just wanted to share that with you. But I already feel like this podcast is going to go in so many different directions, because I was writing and it's all over the place, but it's kind of a big summary. Right now, I said this in my last episode recording, my window looks out into the train station, which for me is great because I just love people watching. And I was writing this in my journal last night. Like, it makes me feel so connected in life and with other people in the world. Because last year at uni, I think that was a big thing. Like, a lot of the time in first year accommodation, your rooms look out into nothing. Like, your window might look out, mine looks out into the woods. So I literally saw no one. So the days where I felt really cooped up and really didn't see anyone, like, that made it feel worse. So I kind of know that for those days where, like, and I know they're going to happen, especially at uni, because my mind goes in so many places here, but I know that even just that little thing of just knowing that there's people like the other side of my window, like, I know there's people in the flat I'm living in, but just literally looking out and seeing people and hearing the cars go past, and even though that's annoying at night, like, I hope you get what I mean. Like, it just makes me feel connected, and for those days where I feel really lost and really like alone, I guess that's gonna help. So I'm really, really grateful for that. And I think that is my gratitude segment for today. I'm just really happy about that. I was very conspicuous, I guess, or like suspicious of it, because, oh, is it going to be loud? Is it going to be annoying? But no, I think the benefits outweigh the negatives in that one. Things I've been loving recently is, well, I'm going to get into this in the episode, but recently, along with finding this balance, I've literally found like a new version of myself. This version of myself is so different to who I was last year, and I love not having a routine. I talked about this on my blog a couple of days ago, saying that, yeah, I've been craving routine, but this morning, like last night, I planned kind of my day to day. So my past routine of, like, getting up, bit of endorphins, do a bit of a workout, journal, shower, coffee, breakfast, walk, like, blog and podcast. Like, yeah, I'm following my normal routine, but at a much slower rate and just doing it the way I want to do it. And I knew that if I didn't want to do a part of that, I wouldn't have to. Like, now I just do what I want to. And I don't know, it's just so different to what I was doing, like, last time of uni, when I thought I found myself. But no, I was just being restrictive again in that routine. Like, I was going for walks twice a day, and that's probably why I didn't see progress with recovery, for example. And I was eating really clean. Like, I was like, I just want to eat 3 meals a day, but they were big meals, but just clean. So that's why it didn't work. And I still got really panicky about going out for dinner. This summer, I've literally, in a week, I think every week this summer, I've gone out for meals more than I haven't. Probably like 5 to 2, the ratio in a week. usually twice a day as well, which used to be so scary for me, but now I cannot wait to try like new foods, new cuisines, because I've been to Spain, I've been to Germany, I've been working. So, for example, on that residential, I was not in control of the food. And if this summer had been last summer, I would have like just not done any of these things. And then I would have just wasted the whole summer. Like, I'm just saying that this summer has just been absolutely amazing just for what I've achieved. And what I've achieved, like, I haven't actively done anything, but looking back, I'm just like, oh my God, Ellie, I'm so proud of you. So a big part of this, I guess, is thinking about how proud your past self would be of you. Like, for some days, if you think that you haven't done a lot, just sit down with yourself and think, literally, what would your past self think of where you are right now? And I promise you that they'd be proud of where you are, even if that might be your like childhood self or yourself last year. Like, wherever you are right now, just be happy with where you are, because you have progressed so much, I promise. So yeah, I've just been loving starting this new journey, I guess, with finding out that routine is not the be all and end all. And I did talk about this a lot in my blog post. I think it was on Saturday I posted that one. But yeah, I don't know, it's really hard to like explain, but I've just been loving literally just not knowing what I'm doing in a day. And that comes with the next thing, and this is definitely a high, but if you're listening, hi. But having a boyfriend is, at the start, it was very challenging because, you know, we both love the pub, we both love going out drinking, we both love like going out to eat and stuff. Obviously, one, that's expensive. Like, that is something I've also realized the last couple of weeks. Like, my bank account is very low at the moment, but that's fine. Student finance is about to come in, so, and I'm getting paid on Friday. So I'm very happy about that, but I'm struggling right now. But it's okay. It's okay. It just shows, like, all the money I've spent this summer just literally equates to how much I've lived. I've just not cared about going out for dinner or ordering late night pizza after a night out. Like, who cares? And with my boyfriend, we've done that countless times, and like, I'd get really, really anxious, but then I'd do it anyway, and even that just shows progress. Like, I'm just challenging myself every day with that, and I love it. This is why I love this new version of myself, because I was really, I guess, anxious about going into a relationship because I'd kind of just discovered who I was on my own, and then now I've kind of got to do that with someone else, and that's just a bit scary for me, but I love it. I just love this challenge and this just new way of looking at life. Spending time with your boyfriend, like, you enjoy the mornings. It's a very slow morning and you don't want to get out of bed, and I don't know, just that alone, it sounds weird, but that alone has just showed me so much. Like, being in a relationship already has just showed that you, like, exercise is like nada in that concept. Like, you don't think about going to work out. Yeah, obviously I have, but I guess that I've learned that spending time with someone you love, like friends, family, whatever, is so much more important. Like, so much more important. And I guess, like, energy giving. Like, I feel more like higher vibrations are just, yeah, like, I've got more energy. And it's just a better feeling than the endorphins you get from a routine or exercise. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. I now love slower days, and this new version of myself, like, it just shows that, I guess. Another high this week has been moving to uni. Like, I know I've been here for 2 days, but that alone has just really showed that I can do this, and I'm just really excited to start this again because it's a new chance. And that's another piece of gratitude I want to share today. I have a new chance to start again at university. Like, I do believe that I should have had a gap year and not started my degree last year, but I'm here now, and that's what that matters. So we're going to get into this episode properly. I've already touched on a lot of this, but I just want to say that I've talked about this in my last episode. This might sound very similar, but this summer I've just I just love the summer so much. Instead of counting calories and miles like I was last summer, I've been counting memories. And that might sound really cringy, but it's been just the best feeling in the world. Like every day I've done something new. Every day I've spent time with different people, and that's just like, I don't get why people don't talk about that more. Like the thrill and endorphin rush, not endorphin, serotonin rush I get from that. It's just insane. Just like sitting in bed and looking back on your day, like, wow, I did so much today, or not even so much, but just something new. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I dreaded the idea of straying from my routine at the beginning of summer, but then really quickly that faded because I was doing stuff. I went on a girls' holiday. I went to Spain with my dad, and that trip was definitely the start, because that was kind of the start of my summer. Um, and that was definitely kind of the bridge for me, between where I was and where I am now. Like that connected those two different people. Like that, it was the first stepping stone, I think, for realizing that there's more to life than how I used to live, and just literally enjoy every day like it's your last. That is something that I've definitely learned this summer. Like, who cares what's happening tomorrow? Like, go out and have fun. Like, that's all that matters. Just enjoy everything. And yeah, I know it's been the summer, so maybe my thoughts might change now, and I really hope they don't. But I've definitely made sure to enjoy every single day this summer. And I just hope I carry on this attitude into winter and into school life, etc. I wanted to touch on something that I've talked about ages ago, and it's the Greek philosophy of Aristotle, the golden median. I have talked about this on, I think it was like the second or third episode about change and growth, and it just shows that you can't have low days without higher days. Without lows, there won't be highs, and the typical quote of stars can't shine without darkness. And it does relate back to this golden median. I keep saying median. And the Greeks kind of had this desirable middle between two extremes. The goal in life isn't to be happy. In my opinion, it's to float between these two extremes and to reach this median of, yeah, okay, it might not be really good, it might not be really bad, but it's in the middle. Because your life is just going to float between those two things your whole life. So if you're stuck in the lows, like, you got the whole other end of the scale. So just remember that. Keep that in mind. I know this is just something I learned back in my Latin class at school, and it's just always kind of kept, like, stayed with me. It was also in an episode of Teen Wolf, which I think stuck with me more because Tyler Posey was obviously in that episode, so maybe that's where I remember it. But my main point is that life is about balance. The past version of myself would have looked back and judged this summer and thought, oh my god, like, you've gone out every day, you've eaten out literally so much, and I've loved that. So now I see that those things were, I guess, just a low cost to what I've gained. That low cost being perhaps the exercise I didn't do or the foods I ate. Like, right now, that just means nothing to me. Like, who cares if I ate a pizza? Like, pizza's good. Like, it's food. Like, literally, I don't know why I was just so wound up about this since I was 12 years old. Like, it means nothing at all. All like I care about now is I know that I'm healthy. I know that I'm happy. I know that I have like a good body, and like the body doesn't even matter. That has also come with having a boyfriend, I guess. Like, you really start to realize that no one really cares how you look. It is literally all about what's on the inside. That is true. And for all you girls out there, like, if you're a girl, a guy's gonna like you for what you look like. Like, it doesn't matter if you've got a bit of a muffin top or whatever. Like, if you've got boobs in the butt, like, a guy's gonna go for you. Like, it's just that simple. I'm sorry, but like, guys have just like this animalistic nature. But if they see a girl, they're like, okay, perfect. So it doesn't matter what you look like. That sounds so harsh to say, but if you want to change yourself, like, do it for you. Don't change it for, like, to impress others or to impress that guy in your class. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're gonna like you for who you are. And if they don't, then they're just a dick. If they literally say to you like, oh, like, you didn't have this kind of body, just be like, fuck off. Because most people don't think like that, and the people that do are just pricks. So just to throw that little bit out there. But no, I have learned that. I guess my boyfriend has taught me as well. Like, like, literally, it just doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if I'm gonna gain possibly a lot of weight on the pill. Like, I am worried about that, but having a boyfriend has made me literally pull myself out of this hole of just thinking about my body and what I look like and my body image, because yes, it has struggled recently, especially with doing less and literally working out maybe not even once a week for the past few weeks. It's been slow, but I've done stuff like I've walked to the pub, for example. Like, I've done that, so it doesn't matter. Like, I know that I've been healthy, but on the other hand, like, I know that I've enjoyed it, so it doesn't matter. Another point I do want to raise is never have regrets. I literally just said about maybe I should have come to uni later, but I don't regret that, because if I hadn't have come to university, I like this summer probably wouldn't have happened, and I wouldn't have met my boyfriend. I wouldn't have made all the memories I've made, had the friends I've got now. Like, I wouldn't literally be, I probably wouldn't even have a podcast. That's what drives me insane. Like, where I am right now is where I am meant to be. It is pointless to wonder where you would be right now if you had chosen a different path. Like, yeah, I get that it's really, like, intriguing to think about. Like, I often think about, oh, how would I have turned out if I'd gone to a state school or not a private school? And then I think, well, yeah, that's kind of fun to think about, but, like, this is who I am, so it doesn't matter. I don't know, like, I get both sides of the argument there, but that's not the point I'm trying to raise. Like, it's important to remember where you are right now. This is where you're meant to be. Don't think about the what ifs of yesterday. You have followed this path to where you are right now, and the universe has showed you that this is the right way to go. Yeah, there's been definitely lots of obstacles on the way, and you might think that a different path may have been easier. For example, if I didn't go to uni, but I don't know where that would have led me. That might have led me somewhere deeper. But that's exactly what I'm saying. There's no mights or what ifs. Like, just don't even go down that hole. This is where you're meant to be. Accept it. Don't think about your past. Don't regret that argument you had with that friend. Like, it happened. That friend might not be in your life anymore, but that might be for the best. You'll never know, so don't get hung up on it. Along with that comes comparison, and a lot of the time I think we compare ourselves to where we are right now to where our friends are, or to where other people are we see online, influencers, our siblings, our peers. And that's okay, but we all have our own lives to live. We all are on different paths, we are all at different stages in our lives. Even if we if we're comparing ourselves to literally our cohort in our year group, or our friends who were the same age, all go to uni, that kind of thing, we are all at different stages. And I don't know, just focus on what you're doing, because this is vital if we want to progress in our own journey. We can't progress if we're fixated on how other people are living. Ditch the envy and jealousy and the wishing for someone else's life, because we don't know how hard it was for them to get there. And the whole point that social media is just a rose tinted version of the truth. We don't know how they live. We don't know the demons people are struggling with. If you think someone's got it all together, they might not. They probably don't. That's just what they show. Going back to the whole bit of balance, I'm 19, okay? Yeah, I'm 19. You probably know that, but I have definitely realized this summer to literally just say yes. This is kind of funny to say, because if you know what the NCS program is. That's their slogan. And maybe that's kind of how I picked it up. But I'm literally just telling myself, just say yes. Say yes to all these new opportunities, nights out with your friends, new memories being made. Because at the end of the day, I'm young. And again, back to this whole like money thing, what I spend now, I'll earn back when I'm older. I don't need to be fixated on money right now. Like, yeah, I can't be silly with it because I've realized literally how much money I've spent this summer and it breaks my heart. I think I've spent more than I've earned, and I've earned quite a bit, but I've enjoyed it. Like, I'm not going to get fixated on it. It's been a summer that I'm never ever going to forget because I've made so many new memories and friends and experiences. I'm never going to forget this, and that is something that I can just be just so grateful for. So I'm not gonna like reject that, I guess. I'm 19, I'm young. I want to go on nights out. I want to be social. I want to just live my life like each day's the last. I don't know, it's fun. I don't want to be in my elderly years thinking I wish I'd done more when I was younger. So I'm going to make the most out of this year at university, like my summer. And I know that I said that that might be harder because, I don't know, like the summer mentality is like, oh, it's summer, have fun. But I really want to carry this mindset on with me, and I'm going to. I'm going to manifest it. If I say I'm going to, I will. I want to go back to what I said in the intro about recognizing when you do need time alone. The last few weeks have been so chaotic for me. So I'm really happy that yesterday, Tom was with me Sunday, and then yesterday he went home. So then I had the rest of the day to myself, and that was the first day I had to myself in a very long time, and I really enjoyed it. Not as much as I thought I would. Like, I wasn't there going, oh my god, I love being alone. Like, no, I obviously wasn't saying that, but it's just so important to recognize when you need a reset day. It's not a crime to want time on your own. It's very difficult to start to recognize this kind of before it gets too much and leads to a breakdown due to like you being so burnt out from socializing and your social battery is dead. Like, I've got to that point where that was why I struggled the first term of university, because I just kept going. Always have days off. Always have days, even just like a couple hours before a night out, for example, just to self-care, check in on yourself, think about where you are right now. And then if you really don't feel like going out, you don't have to. Don't put pressure on yourself again. It's not fun. But yeah, I know that I'm back at uni now, but I am having a couple days just chill before the buzz starts again, because I've just been so busy all summer. But I'm also really excited to spend time with my flat again, because most people have moved in and we're just going to have fun. And I'm really, really looking forward to that. But I recognize that I do need to have like a couple days by myself, and that's okay. It's all about balance, and the social versus alone time balance is as important as kind of fun days versus routine days, perhaps. Just take each day at a time. This episode has been very windy. Just don't be so hard on yourself if a day didn't go the way you wanted it to. There's no shoulds and have tos in a day. For example, if you think you should do a workout, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You've got to retrain your brain. Yeah, I haven't worked out much at all recently, but if I don't feel like it, I'm not going to. I'm not going to force myself to do it, even if I know that, yeah, okay, I do need to get some movement in. Like, that's okay if I don't feel like it. Prioritize yourself, warrant your own needs, and focus on yourself. We can't love someone until we learn to love ourselves, and that has been key in my new relationship and my relationship with friends as well. I now actually like having friends. Like, I like being social because I know what I want and I know my boundaries. That is very important as well, to know when to say no to hanging out with people. I said no way too much last year, but this year I'm going to say yes a lot more, but at the same time, know my boundaries. So this episode was just all about self-growth and my kind of experience of it. I have kept it to 30 minutes because I could just ramble on, but I'm not going to. I hope you've taken a few things from this episode, and just remember that where you are right now is where you need to be. That's it. Just take it from that. take each day at a time and don't be so hard on yourself. Thanks for listening and goodbye.